building, Lord. Hey, you guys having good fun today? This is LaDon. I'm in the house, and I'm hoping you guys enjoyed your day. But man, I want to get to it. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Before I start, I'm gonna tell you guys the truth about contacts and glasses. I didn't know this. You know, when I was young, I used to go to the eye doctor and get my glasses and my contacts, because you know I wear contacts because I'm cross-eyed. You know, I'm born that way. It's just a part of life. But when you go to the eye doctor, I'm gonna tell you a secret. When you go to the eye doctor, get your eyes checked, okay? And if you're getting contacts, don't buy it from the glasses place. Don't buy it from the doctor that's checking your eye, because you know the doctor gonna be like, hey, you know, we want to give you some contacts. It's gonna be $150 for a 6-pack, or you know, $200 and stuff like that, or $300. That's how they make their money. So what I'm trying to tell you is, when you get your eye exam, ask for a copy of your eye exam, okay? And go online like they do and get it for $13 or $20 or $30, because that's what they do. That's why they say, oh, wait about 2 weeks and then they'll come in. Yeah, because they're doing the same thing. Because online, they got eye prescriptions. Like, you can show your prescription online, they want to see a copy, the photo of it, that the doctor gave you a year prescription, and then they'll give it to you for $20, $30. That's it. I'm just telling the truth, just to save you some money, you know. I know a lot of people out there, $250, $150, you just get it online for $20. Sometimes you get it for like $15. But that's the secret from me. That's what I want to talk about. But anyway, that's just a little, you know, little side note. But what I want to talk about is yard work. When I was young, I did a lot, not yard work, housework. Yes, I was young before, you know. When I was young, my mom and them made me clean up the house. You know, it was called responsibility. You have to clean up, you know. You had to make up your bed every day. And if you didn't make up your bed, we used to get $5 every 2 weeks. I don't know how they came up with that much. But if we didn't make up our bed, the second warning, they took $1 off. Yeah? That was cold-blooded, so we had to make our bed every day, you know. Not perfect, just making the bed to make it look neat and stuff like that. But then, we used to get $5 every 2 weeks. Back then, $5 is a lot when you young and you a kid. You know, it's a lot for you to handle at the time. You know, you just like, you got all this money and you're like, $5 is a lot when you're a kid. You're just like, I can buy all the candy bars. I can go buy some Monster cards. I can buy football cards. You know, and back then it was only like 50 cents or a quarter for some candy. You know, I didn't really get the big old Snickers, because back then it was like, I bet it was like 40 cents. But we used to get them little fireballs for a nickel and stuff like that. But it was a lot, you know. But during this time, my mom and dad put us to work. And we had chores, you know. One of my brothers, we had to change up. One had the kitchen. Other one had the living room, and you had the den. The den. That's what he used to call them back in the days. And we used to clean up, and I didn't like it when I was a kid. I had to vacuum, clean up, you know, mop, and all that. And I'm just like, why do we have to do this? But we had to keep up our chores before we can go to our friend's house, or before we can go anywhere, and keep up with the chores. But Sunday was not fun. That was really cleanup day. Really cleanup day, you know. That's when I had to be like wash dishes for 2 weeks. We was always trading spots. Not every week, every 2 weeks we had to switch spots. I was in the kitchen, so I had to clean the kitchen. And Sunday, you had to clean it spotless. You had to clean up the kitchen, uh, clean on the stove, make sure it was really spotless. Sweep the floor, mop the floor, and we could play music and stuff like that, but it was Sunday was housework day. And I was like, oh my God, why we gotta do this? Housework was not fun. It was not fun. And two, when mom came in there, my mama come up in there and cook dinner. My mama didn't cook no like frozen foods or just a TV dinner. My mama cooked, okay? She cooked her butt off. I mean, my mama had the mashed potatoes, the greens, the meatloaf. My mama used to make the meatloaf. The meatloaf was the shit. She had the good with the red sauce on top, with the red sauce, with the big old chunk of meat with the red sauce. And that was good. I think Dad wanted the green sauce, some type of. No, he didn't want no sauce. Yeah, he didn't want the sauce. I think he didn't want the sauce. He just wanted just the. Was it gravy? I think it was just a regular meatloaf. That's what he liked. But my mama made that meatloaf with that red sauce. You couldn't say nothing. It was the red sauce. It was the cabbage and the cornbread. Oh, wait! You couldn't mess with my mama cooking, okay? But she would cook. My mama would just be in the kitchen cooking, not no Kentucky Fried Chicken. I mean, she put the chicken in the grease and fry that chicken. I didn't like the hot chicken. I like the chicken to be warm. I don't know. I never liked the busting out the chicken when it's hot. Like, I didn't like that. But when it's warm, I ate the chicken. My mama, she threw it out. My mama still to this day, I think there's like 3 of them. Like I said in my videos, they're awesome. My aunts could cook. My mama could throw down the best cooks you can ever dream of. Okay, and I'm in there, and I be eating good when I was young. I used to eat good. Okay, I didn't eat no frozen foods. Only thing we ate with frozen was the French fries because we had to put them in the fryer to cook them. And my mama used to put the tissue under the French fries and stuff. But when I got older, you're supposed to let it drain the fries and streets. I was hungry, so I be eating them. Who cares? They're greasy. They still good to me. I see them, but you don't want to do that because it's not good for your health. Stuff that for your. Cause I didn't know how to cook. I just didn't know how to cook. So there's a lot of stuff that I had to learn. I'm not the chef of the family. That was never in me. I was just like, okay. But anyways, my mama could throw down the kitchen. She had the pots, she had the pans, she had the knives, she had the skillets. A real throwdown cook. And when she cooked, she had a lot of dishes. Okay, and it was my brother, my mom, my dad, my brother, my other brother, and me, and then my sister. Yes, that was 6 people in the house eating. There was not no 2 people. You could get the dishes done real quick. No, you ate good. You ate the meatloaf. You ate good, but then you go watch a little TV, and I used to come in the kitchen and look like there's a lot of dishes. I used to sit there and be like, it's a lot of dishes. I go back in the day watching TV, hoping that the dishes would disappear, or mama would come in there and be like, hey, don't worry, son. I'm going to wash half of them, and you don't even have to worry about them. My dad didn't wash not one dish. I never seen my dad in my whole life wash a dish. Never. My dad never, he loved yard work, but he never washed dishes. I never seen my dad vacuum the living room. Never. My dad was a manly man, And my mom had all them dishes. I'm talking about 7 people eating. It was a lot of dishes, and I'll be in there, you know, trying to get the dishes done, scrubbing pans. I don't know, man. I think I was in there always, every day, cleaning up damn dishes. Even if I went to football practice, even if I went to baseball practice doing when I was young, and I had dishes that week, them dishes would not be clean. They could come home from 9 o'clock at night after practice, tired as hell, and mama say, you still got the dishes to clean. I'm in there tired washing dishes. All these dishes. Wipe the counter down, dishes be tired as hell, but you had to wash the dishes. You had to wash the dishes. You had to take out the trash. I used to hate taking out that trash. I did. I hated it. Because we had, the trash can was out there in the dark, and it was spooky when you were a kid. You were there looking with your trash can. There it is, be scared. You think somebody gonna jump out and be like, ah! Nobody never did it, But it was scary to go to the trash can, because the trash can was about a little walking distance, like in the middle of the dark. Like, you thought somebody was gonna get you, but they never got you. They never got you or nothing like that. But I hated that. I don't know why we never took out the trash in the morning, but we always had to take the trash out before we had to go to sleep, especially if it was fall. So, but I did that. I had to clean them dishes. Yep, dishes and all that. Wipe down the stove. Sweep the floor. We didn't have to mop, because Sunday you didn't have to mop, but most of them days we had to sweep the floor. And that kitchen is big when you young. You're like, damn, why this kitchen is so big? You over there sweeping like, this kitchen is Now you older, you go in the kitchen and be like, this kitchen ain't that, it ain't big. Why I was complaining? But where we but Sunday was the day that we had to do the housework. That was the max yard work. I mean, like, put some on the kitchen, put some on the living room, put some on the den. We had to bring out the buckets and mop and stuff and sweep and clean the counters. That was yard. That was harder. I think that was 2 hours of work right there. And we had the living room, got to go in there. When you had the living room, you had to vacuum the living room. That living room was big. You'd be vacuuming like, this is a big living room. We used to this big old living room and stuff like that. I hated it. You had to mop it. You had to use the sparkling stuff and spray down the wood and wipe it down and move stuff and everything. They had to. Then you had to go. You had the living room. You had to do the bathroom. You had to scrub the toilets, clean the bathroom. It was like, we were like, damn, I hated Sunday. Sunday was the day I was like, that was the day years later, I moved out when I was like 20. I was like, no more yard work. Woo! I was so, not yard work, no more housework. I was like, woo! I was happy as hell when I moved out. But we did a lot of housework. Then we had the den. You had to vacuum the den. You had to clean up the kitchen little area that we had. You had to clean all that, and you had to make sure everything was kind of spotless. And Mom and Dad, they used to, my mom and dad used to just, while we used to go to the yard, we used to clean up the house, clean up the house. Mom and dad would go to Denny's and I don't know. That was the time they were like, they're doing the yard work. All right, then. They're doing the housework. Let's go to Denny's. Mom and dad would go to Denny's, come back full. Everything's okay. We just went to Denny's. They be smelling like Denny's and stuff. We sitting there looking at them hungry. My mom would come in there with full of energy, and she had to inspect it. So you couldn't just, I did my job. I'm young. I'm good. Mom would come to inspect it. She was like, yep, I see. You gotta get in there. Get right there by the refrigerator. There's a little dirt right there. I need to sweep the kitchen again. Get the little corner on the side. Mom will be moving the table. Clean this right under here. And all that. Mom will find dirt. I didn't know how she found it, but every time. There was not a day when I was young, my mom would not find something. She'd be like, "Yep, you need to clean the stove real good. Here, get this another soap and now get some soap again. Scrub that down right there. Spray that down right there." She wouldn't help you. She would just tell you, "Get that down. Make sure the sink is clean. Clean all the sink. Make sure all the dishes was up." And you'd be like, "Oh, I just want to go to my friend's house." But you didn't backtalk your mom and dad because back then you got weapons. You got that. What you say? No, we got weapons. That's just a part of life. We didn't get punished. Yeah, we did when we got older, but when we were young, we got them weapons, them belts. You be looking at that belt like, that's why you clean good. You be them belts. You never back talk mom and dad. They had belts and all that. That was not good. But during the time, my mom and there would just she'd go inspect the den. She'd go inspect the living room. My mom, you had to do it all over again. It'd be another hour. You'd be sitting there 3 hours like, oh my God. That's what you're thinking in your head. Oh, mom was like, do this and do this and do this and do that and make sure that everything and make sure the dishes are up and make sure the grease right here. You missed this spot right here, and then make sure and put all the dishes up and put them in order. Put them by color. Yeah, my mom, she was like that, but mom didn't play. Mom and dad didn't play. Sometimes, mom and dad, before we used to do work, mom and dad used to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and cook breakfast. They sure did. And cook breakfast for them, and it'd be nothing for us. It'd be like one piece of bacon and a biscuit. And my brother already took it, eating it. Yeah, mama and their dad didn't cook that much, but at least I got some. I woke up earlier than y'all. Used to be mad, like, got no food. And we used to, you wanted something to eat. Mama cooked, but you wanted some breakfast, you got to go in there and make some pancakes and make them eggs and stuff. You had to do it yourself. But it was a responsibility that I had to do. I didn't like housework. I didn't like yard work. I didn't. It's the worst. You got to do the lawn. You got to go up and down the lawn with that big old lawnmower. My mom and dad had a big old land. When you're a kid, it's big. When you're older, you're like, this is small. When you get young, you be like, there, you go up and down. Mom and dad, up and down. You have to take out that, fill that thing, pour it out, fill it. I hated yard work. I hated housework. That was something, when you was a kid, you were just like, I hated this. I did. So much yard work. So much yard work. I had to go out there and cut the trees. My dad would climb up the trees and cut it down, and they had to cut down the tree and pull the branches over. And you better not say that. We didn't talk back to mom and dad. We just did, because we know we're going to get that book. We're going to get that belt. That's what we knew about that. We did talk. We were in the bathroom like, man, I can't believe this. I got to clean up, man. I got to take this log and stuff. Be mad, but you couldn't go over your friend's house until it was done. Mom and dad would always put us to work. We had to clean out the outside patio. You did the den, you had to do the outside patio, make sure that's clean, freshen up, sweep, all that. Get the blower out. They put us to work, okay? And I hated it. I'm just gonna be real. I don't think nobody likes housework and yard work and all that, especially cutting that big old grass. I just wanted to go hang out with my friends. That was the day they really was free, because, I say to my friend, like, you don't got no yard work or no housework. Look at the kid, my friend be like, we ain't got nothing like that. Mom cleans the house and cleans it. We just play Xbox all day. We were sitting there in the computer like, you don't get no housework or nothing. But we had to clean it, because we wanted that $5 every 2 weeks. $5 $5. I know some kids. I bet some kids now get about $80 every 2 weeks. $150 every 2 weeks. Man, I can't. I used to get $5 every 2 weeks. I know. I don't know how they came up with that. How their mom and dad was in there like, it's just, they had to clean the kitchen. They do everything. They would just give them $5. We paid for everything, huh? That's what mom and dad paid everything, but we worked our butt off for that $5. I don't know where they come up with $5, but that's what we got. We didn't get 10. We didn't get no 20. We got $5 every 2. We be happy, dude. Thank you. Just looking at the money like this. Work hard. I work hard for this $5. Work hard. Be proud when you get your $5. You be like, $5. You be like, yes. Go to the store, didn't even save it. Go down and get you some candy, get you some ice cream. You thought you was in heaven with your little $5. Yeah, that $5 took you far back then. And then when you get older, you learn in life. It's just a responsibility to take care when you get your own place, to vacuum, to mop. But the most beautiful thing about it, you can do whenever you want when you got your own place, okay? But when you with somebody, living with somebody, you gotta be structured. You gotta be like, hey, we're gonna do the yard work on Sunday. We're gonna clean these dishes. Gotta keep up. But when you by yourself, you just do whatever you want. You're like, I'm gonna just do whatever I want. And it feel good. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna wash the dishes tomorrow. Or you can wash the dishes. You can't wait a whole week. You gotta watch the. You can skip that day because you're tired. Like I do it in the morning, or I do it in the afternoon. And sometimes you gotta do it at night. But you always gotta keep it clean. But it was responsibility my mom and dad was teaching me. All that yard work, I do it right now for free. Is it hard? No, it's not hard. Do I like it? No, I still don't like it. Okay. I don't play the music when I'm cleaning. I don't know why. I just like to just get it done. But when you live on your own, stuff is crazy about stuff. Because it's your own place, you got to be organized. You have to sit there and say, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to move this. But it's still a lot of work. But responsibility is what I learned from it. It was structured in my life to make sure things are in order. And I didn't understand. And a lot of these kids right now don't even know what structure is. A lot of these kids don't know what discipline is. A lot of kids don't know what it is to be responsible. And that's what I learned from my mom and dad. And that's what I am today, responsible. Still messed up when I was young, didn't pay my parking tickets and stuff. Went to DMV and had to pay. My tickets back then was only $100. I mean, like $40. And then when you get to the DMV, because I say, I ain't paying that damn thing. Get to the DMV when the when registration comes up every year. They be like, yeah, that ticket was $40. Now it's $240. $240. Are you serious? Yep, you can't get it until you pay the $240, then you get your registration, okay? We can give you registration. So stop getting them tickets. You up there mad. Man, shoot. I can't believe it. You still have to go through it. But the situation is, it's just the way it is, man. And it's a good way to understand it, that it keeps the bugs away, it keeps the roaches away, it keeps the spiders. No, you can't get rid of the spiders. I don't know how the spider get in the house. I mean, you could be in the damn jail cell and a spider be there. You'd be like, how does a spider get in the brick wall? How the hell he... I never been to jail. I mean, yeah, one time. But what I'm saying is, how spiders just come in your house. They come in your house. You be like, how does spider get in here? I don't know how they do it, but they crawl through little cracks, just to get spider gonna get in here. But one thing I like about you always gotta stay clean and structured. You want to keep the bugs and the roaches and the flies out. So I got a little net over my door. But it taught me life. I didn't know why they were doing it, but now I know. And I thank my mom and dad, truly thank my mom and dad for Give me that structure. Give me that responsibility. I didn't understand when I was young. I was just like, I hate, me and my brother sitting there and my sister, man, I hate, man, how man housework. Man, I hated going out there, but it's part of life. If you don't do it, let me tell you a story. I remember I got my own place and my clothes were dirty, and I came back to the house and I threw my clothes on the ground for the whole week. And that Sunday I came and it was piled up to the top. And because every day I was thinking like, I'm at living with my mama, so the clothes gonna get clean again. Cause your mama, you just throw them outside. Just take the clothes out and put your clothes out there. Mama just wash them for you. That was luxury. I didn't wash clothes. I didn't know how to wash clothes till I was 22. I was like, oh, there's a quart. Okay, you put a quarter here. Okay, how do you turn this thing on? I still got little problems. How do you turn the wash machine? How do you? They make it easier. Back then it was complicated. You want me to turn it this way and turn it that way. You don't know, you're complicated. Okay, the spin. You kind of slow on it when you're on the wash. When you don't never wash before, you over there slow. Like, okay, how do you get this wash machine to work? I just don't get it. People looking at you, know how to wash? Nah, my mama washed. I used to mess up all my clothes. My mama used to wash my clothes and she'd just throw it in the dryer. Wash them and then throw them in the dryer. And that's what I did when I got older. I was just like, wash them and throw them in the dryer. And I throw them in the dryer. And our clothes all got messed up. The colors got messed up. And I was like, oh, the colors faded. How am I gonna wear this? I didn't understand. But one day I learned that you get your nice clothes, you hang them up. They naturally dry in the house. I don't understand, but they do. You hang up wet clothes, they're dry. Give it about 3-4 days, you'll be like, this is dry? How is this dry? Like, it tripped me out. But what I'm saying to today is that young kids, we need structure. That's just a part of life. But what I'm trying to say is, if you don't give them responsibility for what they do, the prison and the jail and the cops would definitely give them some responsibility that they do not like. So if they learn to do it now, it'll help them with the structure of their life, it will structure of not getting in trouble, because you gotta clean up. This just sucks, but it's the part of life. Gotta get used to it. You gotta wash clothes, gotta clean the dishes, gotta mop the floor. It's still whatever. I hate washing dishes. I'm being real, but everything else I don't have a problem with it. But washing them dishes, But anyways, what I want to say is, if you out there doing your housework, hey, it's all about life. It's responsibility. But what I want to say to you guys before is, I had a damn good time. But anything, what I want to say to you guys, I'm hot, burning up, but hey, thank God this sweater is a little bit, it's sleevey, but it's heavy too, so I'm sweating in it, so I'm getting wait to get off of this damn camera. But anyways, what I want to say to you guys,